And hello, everybody. Welcome to the C-Store Insider Podcast. I am Darren Jaime, where we bring you all the information that you need to improve your business and take your business to the next level. We're glad to have you and to be able to share and give you some insight, right? Because when you're a business, what you want to do is you want to be able to maximize your business. You want to be able to get the best out of your business. And so what we do on this podcast is bring you the tools that you need so that way your business can become more effective and at the same time, reach a maximum audience, and at the same time, for those business owners out there, take that business up even higher. And so we're talking about the things that you may need to know, and got a very special guest today on the show. And joining us right now is Jacob Jonas, and he is the Senior Vice President of Strategy and Commercialization. And we're glad to have him with us. And Jacob, good to have you, man.
Thank you for having me.
So let's kick it off like this. Let's talk a little bit about when we talk about pricing plans, right? Those things are very important to a business owner, and talk about the different types of pricing plans that a person can find.
Sure. So, you can find all different types of pricing when you're looking for software to help run your store. You can find, more premium pricing plans that are going to give you, everything under the sun. And sometimes those are geared towards, maybe chain stores or larger format stores, stores that really need a whole bunch of sophisticated technology. And then you can find lower pricing plans at more, that really focus on smaller retailers and give them exactly what they need to run their store and nothing more, so that they're paying the right price. But usually what you're going to want is a low rate, monthly fee. And, anytime you start to get into paying a fee on every little thing, that should be a warning sign. So, I'd say in general, what we found is stores like to have a bundle where they can get all their features for one low monthly rate. And at National Retail Solutions, that's what we try to do. We try to focus on providing small and medium-sized retailers with bundle plans that give them exactly what they need for the right price at one low monthly rate.
So give me this here, because when we talk about a plan, everybody's excited to know that I can get a plan, have a plan that's going to work for me. And that's the excitement for every person. I get the plan that I want that works for me, but inside of each plan comes special things. And so when we talk about the NRS pricing plan, what are some of the features that I can find associated in these pricing plans?
Sure. Really, is good for any type of store just to get started. And it has everything they need, like, inventory tracking. It'll give you 3 users that can access your machine and log in under their different accounts. You'll be able to set your prices, and you'll be able to run an efficient business this way, where you can actually keep track of your sales data, all the basics you need to run a store. But when you start to say, hey, I want to reach out to my customers, reach them where they are, you might think about adding something like e-commerce. You want to get your store online. So then you're going to upgrade to our pro plan for just $10 more a month. And now you're going to get e-commerce, and you're going to have that online, platform where your customers can make orders. Our pro plan is also going to give you more sophisticated features, for example, like advanced data, so that you can start to drill down in the sales of each individual product and make sure that you're always stocking your shelves with the right stuff. And then we have our most premium plan, the advanced plan, which is going to come with loyalty. And now you're talking about making sure your customers are incentivized to keep coming back to your store over and over again and earning loyalty points. So there's different plans for each, type of store, each type of owner, whatever they're comfortable with. But with all our plans, we make sure they're priced affordably and that they include exactly the features a store needs to run their store efficiently.
So when NRS does what they do, obviously they do it in a very special way. And I know that a lot of thought goes into features, a lot of thought goes into pricing, but there's a philosophy, I think, that each company adopts. So give me a little bit about your philosophy and why you feel your philosophy tie your philosophy to these plans.
Sure. So our philosophy is really to bring stores the features they need to help them modernize and compete. Many of the stores that we work with previously had an old cash register. They never had a point of sale machine there, which basically means their machine wasn't connected to the internet. Right. And moreover, the cashier would, I'm sure you've been to a store where the cashier is trying to remember the price of the Coca-Cola or the pizza. And it's, all of a sudden it's a 5-minute transaction. These stores needed to modernize in order to stay competitive for years to come. And they have great businesses. If you think of the corner store, the convenience store, the bodega, the grocery store on your corner, that's a great business that's very useful to the community. In fact, during the pandemic, we realized more than ever that these are essential businesses and they're going to be here for a long time to come. But there is more and more competition for these stores. There's a chain store opening on every corner, whether it's a CVS or a 7-Eleven or even a larger format store like a Walmart. So when we come up with our pricing plans, we want to make sure that our stores, that are often independently owned, small and medium-sized retailers, have exactly what they need to modernize and compete with those chain stores. And we're always going to do it at the lowest possible price, because we know that price matters to these stores and they want to get the best bang for their buck.
Yeah. So when we talk about processing, we know about credit card processing, and give me a little bit about credit card processing, because if I'm a store, do I actually need to basically take the NRS credit card processing to be able to have the software?
So one thing that's great about NRS's pricing plans is we offer more flexibility than anyone else. If you had your own payment processor, you're welcome to continue using them. However, we encourage you to use our payment processing plan because we have a low monthly flat rate that's one of the lowest in the industries. And there's no nonsense. There's no extra fees. What you see is what you get. A lot of times a store will come up and say, hey, I got a lower rate, and we'll take a look at it and we'll say, well, you didn't know about this fee and that fee. And once you add it all in, it's actually far more. But not only that, we offer great bundle plans. So if you take our payment processing, all of a sudden our software fee is going to be heavily discounted. So we already have the lowest software fees in the industry, but once you use our NRS Pay processing, it's going to reduce the pricing of our software even further. So one of the great things about NRS in general is that it's all in one. You can get your hardware, your software, and your payment processing all at the same place. So when you have any sort of issue, you come to one person, and we're going to help you out. And not only that, but you're going to get really great pricing because it's all bundled together.
At this time, I usually see that customers are changing the way they do things, particularly, after COVID. There's a lot of different preferences that customers have, and things have actually adapted. And talk to me about how you're actually helping stores, because I know that part of what you do is really help stores to adapt to really dealing with some of these new customer preferences.
Yeah, so there's a lot of changing tides in the convenience store industry. Prior to the pandemic, even large chains like CVS, they were not heavily focused on e-commerce because, the idea was this is a convenience store. The convenience is that you can walk into the store and, quickly pick up what you need. But now that idea of convenience has changed. Now convenience means to many people, I want that whatever I was ordering, I want that delivered to my house within minutes. So right away, when the pandemic started and customers weren't able to go out to the stores anymore, NRS realized, okay, we're going to have to make sure our stores can offer an e-commerce solution, because usually, independently owned, convenience stores, they're not the quickest to adapt new technology, and technology companies often don't really build technology thinking about them. But we are the technology partner for these stores, and we knew we had to be the ones to help them out here. So we built this e-commerce platform where they can quickly take orders. The orders come right into their point of sale machine, and they can then send those orders out. They can do orders via delivery if they have their own delivery people. We're also working on having delivery companies that can deliver for the stores if they don't have their own delivery people. And of course, they can always take pick up in store order. So if someone, let's say, wanted to order their deli sandwich ahead, they can come into the store and the store will have that order ready for them.
So I want to ask about data and talking about access to data. And when we talk about access to data, what kind of access to data does stores actually have right now?
So stores with our basic plan can see all of the important information they need. For example, how many sales did my store have? How much sales did my store have today, or this week, or this month? They could sort it by all different types of dates, compare this month to last month, et cetera. And they can also check on their inventory, see what they're running low on, what they need to restock on. But I mentioned to you earlier the Pro and Advanced plan. So once they go up to Pro or Advanced, they get our advanced data, and they can start to drill down a little more into exactly how each of their individual products is performing. So now I can look at this Coca-Cola 12-ounce can and see how it's performing specifically. Or I can look at all of my departments and compare how this department is selling this month versus another department. So you can really get access to a lot more data and drill down into everything else. And most importantly with advanced data actually is you can start to look at your profits. Our basic plan comes more with sales. So if I want to just keep track of my monthly sales, it was 30,000 this month, 40,000 next month. Very good. You have that with the basic plan. But with Pro and Advanced, you can put in the cost for every item, and that allows you to now see your profits, which is really, why we're all in business, is for profits.
Yeah, and before we go, I got to ask this question because, customers I should say businesses want to see profits. They want to see their customers come in and be able to purchase. And at the same time, businesses are in business to do what? Make money, right? So before we go, talk to us about how you're helping stores actually attract customers and be able to maximize business.
Right. So we do this through several ways. We have a coupon program. It's a nationwide coupon program called BR Club. And we source deals from large manufacturers, and we bring these deals to our stores, and we'll actually advertise it on their screens for them. So now when a customer comes in and they want to buy, let's say, a muscle milk, for example, if we have that on discount this month, the POS register will tell the shopper, you can save $1 with BR Club. And if they provide their phone number, they're going to save that $1. Now, here's the magic. We will actually pay the store back for that $1 within 24 hours. It's a revolutionary system because back in the day of paper, they would have to collect all these paper coupons, send them to the manufacturer, and wait for Lord only knows how much time to see if they get paid back for all these coupons. But we do it within 24 hours. Besides that, we're all programs. So you can run a points program, for example, where a customer will earn 1 point for every $1 they spend. And if they earn a certain amount of points, the store can give them a reward, like a free sandwich. You can also run a punch card program. For example, buy 7 sandwiches, get 1 free. And in addition, we're working on a new way for our stores to be able to market to their customers. So they'll be able to send text messages or emails to their shoppers with their new deals and new products and stuff like that. So there's several different ways that our stores using our software can attract their customers and keep their customers coming back.
Jacob, we got to go. But before we do, if there is a business out there that says, listen, I want to take part in this, I've heard it, I'm interested, I want to get connected, what do they do?
So just visit nrsplus.com. That's nrsplus.com. And over there, you can take a look at all our hardware, software, and our pricing plans. And you can, call the phone number that's there or submit for a quote, and we'll get back to you right away.
All righty. Jacob Jonas, Senior Vice President of Strategy and Commercialization for NRS. Thank you so much for joining us, Jacob, and being with us here. And much helpful information. Hopefully some businesses will dig in and take advantage and see some profit coming up in this 22-23 year. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, Jacob Jonas, and I want to let you know, listen, this is what we do here at the NRS C-Store Insider Podcast. We give you the information that you need to know to make your business more effective. If you're looking to get your business up and going, if you're trying to get technologically advanced, this is the place to be. This is the place to find out information. Want to find out about credit card processing and how to make it work in e-commerce? Well, we do that all here at the NRS C-Store Insider Podcast. Bring you the information and the tools and the resources that you need to know. I'm your host, Darren Jaime, and guess what? We'll catch you on the next edition of the NRS C-Store Insider Podcast. But until then, we'll say, see you later.